Hello. Welcome to the October card class, which is happening as part of Croptoberfest. So hopefully you signed up if you wanted to, and you're here tonight participating in card class and Croptoberfest. If you're not, you can still sign up for Croptoberfest, but I would have to obviously mail you this card kit after the fact because card class is tonight. And but if you like what you see, I can send out a kit for you later this week. I have a couple extra that I can make up. They're not made up yet, but I can make them up. So welcome. Happy to see Frida and Gail and Jacqueline in here and Cindy. And hopefully everyone's got and Stacy got their card kits ready to go. Now, regardless of if you're participating in the card class tonight, so if you don't have a kit, you can still share and comment shared, and you will be entered to win the November card kit. So, regardless of if you're signed up now, everybody who is participating in Croptoberfest, immediately after the card class tonight, I will go live in our private group and give away some goodies for tonight. So looks like some people are having a hard time finding. So maybe they need to refresh. Excuse me while I text some lost people. Okay, hopefully they'll be finding us soon. Good to see you all here. Can't find me on Facebook. You found me, Dottie. Oh, you mean that little lost people? Yeah, there's some because I'm not going live in the group tonight. I'm going live on my main page. So are we ready to get started? Don't forget to share the live and comment shared, and I will do that drawing before we leave tonight. And let me see, StreamYard was not cooperating last night. So let's see. Looks like it's working tonight. So hopefully that was just a glitch for last night. Okay. Well, hey, Sharon, good to see you here. Yes, I can see your name. It's only the group. It's really weird. And I saw after I went live in the group last night that that you had to give StreamYard permission to show your name. So we won't be live only in the group. I mean, I will be live in the group after this, but it won't be for a class. Project Recipe on Thursday will. So you can just give StreamYard permission if you'd like to. If not, you'll have to just sign your comments so that I can see them. So thank you all for being here tonight. Hopefully you can hear me, you can see me. And okay, good. Marianne's here. Hopefully Pam will find her way here. We've got a good group. We're going to get started. I did forget to have you guys, for your card kits, I forgot to tell you to grab your personal trimmer. So if you have one at an arm's length, go ahead and grab it because we will need that tonight. So if your friends are supposed to be on here, you can give them a text and tell them, we're on and we're getting ready to start. And let's do it. Let's get down to it. These are really fun cards. I had fun making them for you all, designing them using the Croptoberfest paper. And yay, you're here. So let's get started. Now, let me see if I can do this without feedback and microphones acting up. Okay. We should be good. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Okay. Awesome. You all look great. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, and this is important for those of you if this is your first card class tonight, you're going to slide your whole stack of card bases and pieces out of the package. And we're going to all work together just from the top down. And that way we shouldn't get too confused. Famous last words, right? So the first card, I can never remember the order in which I pack them. This is going to be the first card. Friends are the sunshine of life. Really pretty. Some yellow, gold, and purple. Fun to send to I have a little bit of tape on there, to your LSU fan friends. So we're just going to take that off the top of the stack, and we can put everything else to the side. And of course, we're going to start by folding our card base. And attaching our purple background. And of course, I have a variety of tapes here to choose from, as I'm sure you all do as well. I just like the standard Creative Memories tape runner for most things. The paper is two-sided. Now, that's a little bit yellow on yellow for me, but on most cards, you'll actually have some. Oh, all right, Debbie, you can send it to one of your Hardin Simmons buddies. You'll have some choices with the reversible paper where you can decide if you want to use the front or the back of the paper. So go ahead and attach your sunflowers to the yellow. I'm sort of doing it in the air. I don't know why. And then you can adjust the position of your friends or the sunshine of life. I can't pick it up. Based on the placement of the sunflowers. So on this one, I kind of had an empty space here and I put it up there. But everyone's printed section is going to be a little different. So you can decide where you want to put that based on, the design of your printed paper. Okay. So after you have attached the sunflower to the gold, then we're going to attach those three together. And this is all just flat. The embellishments that we're going to use, these came from Creative Memories. So those of you that purchased the paper pack and the card kit, you see a second pack of these in your kit, and they are already have dimensionals. They're already popped up. So I tried to keep the rest of the cards flat in nature, since those are already going to add a little height to it. You're going to attach your friends or the sunshine of life to the purple background. And wasn't that nice? I fussy cut that for you on the Cricut. I thought you'd appreciate that because you do have some fussy cutting in your future. So I thought you'd appreciate if I did that for you. Then you can go ahead and attach this embellishment to your card pretty close to the left side not touching it for sure, but we're going to put 2 gemstones here. We're going to put 2 here, and we need to leave room for this little, this thin piece of yellow to go here. So when you decide on the position of your white, you want to bring it all the way to the edge. So it's not going to be centered, although you could off-road for sure. That's always acceptable. I love to see what you guys decide to do differently when you post them later. I guess I'm going to go right here. I feel like that's the best placement for my print. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. And then, like I said, we're going to go right to the edge of this paper. And then I'm going to take my liquid adhesive and use my liquid adhesive to, I cannot pick up anything tonight, like this. Now, I didn't do it centered on the original. I'm going to do it like that. You can center it. You could line it up with the top up there. You could put it down here, line it up with the bottom. And so it's crafter's choice on that. I'm going to go with how my sample is. And the Creative Memories Precision Point Adhesive is my liquid adhesive of choice. I know some of you use other things, and whatever works for you. I'm just going to apply some pressure on here to get that to stick, because it is going up over this other cardstock and down to the bottom sheet. Next, I'm going to cut open my little jewel packet. You all should have one of those as well. I find it's easier just to cut it open. Shout out to Rosie for sending me all these millions of tiny little Ziplocs. I'm still using them, Rosie. And those of you that are on here, you can, if you don't have the card kit, you're welcome to obviously use my designs as a sketch, so to speak, and just craft along with us and post what you did after. Now I'm just kind of flipping them over, if you're wondering what I'm doing over here on the side. And there are 2 colors. There are gold jewels and there are purple jewels, lavender jewels. And on this one, you should have 4 slightly larger purple jewels. I think that's a gold. You might have to shine your flashlight on them. I definitely don't think you can see it here on my watching it with my camera here. But I'm just going to adhere them in the same places I did before. And I've got my little jewel applicator. And if you don't have one of these yet, you can add them on to any of your card kits any month. And they're just $5 if you get them from me. Yeah, Jackie, I always tell her that, the crack house was having a yard sale. But however they came into my life, I'm happy for them. So thank you, Rosie. And after you apply your jewels, then we just have to let them sit and dry. And these, if those of you that were in Mount Dora last week, then you saw me actually creating these cards right in Mount Dora. That that was what my project was for the weekend. And as you guys finish up with that, you can just yell and let me know. Or don't yell because I won't hear you, but you could give some thumbs up if that's easier, or you can just let me know if you're done. And if you are done, you can go ahead and pull the next stack of pieces, paper pieces, off of your stack. And our next card is going to be this sympathy card. And you're going to need not the 2 largest gold, but there should be 4 medium gold in there. Okay. Looks like you guys are finishing. And I know some of you like to come back and do all the bling at the end. And that's fine too. Everything's fine. Everything's acceptable. However you want to do it. For our next card, we are going to need the embellishments. So you can pull those out of the pack. And if you reuse these bags, which I think is a great idea because they're nice bags, just keep in mind that there are holes in them to let the air out so they don't get all puffy. But if you put really, I don't know, if you put jewels or gemstones in them, then they might fall out. So be aware of that. So this card, we are going to utilize this little friend. But I actually did not use this bottom part, the little, flag part. Now, you could put the whole thing on if you wanted. That looks absolutely fine. I just decided to rip it off and just use the sunflower part. So, you can decide what's best for you, but make sure you grab the dimensional if you do rip it off, like I did. And you can, maybe repurpose it for something else. You want to keep the dimensional on the back of it. We're going to add, if you do this, we're going to add some new adhesive to the back, obviously, because it's not going to stick. But that way that'll be popped up. It's hard to tell that it is popped up. But so I disassembled this piece. But like I said, you are definitely, if you like it with it, or you can come up with a different configuration, then you can do that for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this base. And I know some of you got fancy bone folders and different things, but I just find my fingers faster. Now this piece is going to cover edge to edge, the whole card. So go ahead and it's a beautiful shimmer paper. Love this paper. So go ahead and cover the whole front of your card. Now here's where your trimmer is going to need to come in, because you are going to cut. I have to move my stack. We're going to cut after we put them together. So we're going to actually put these two together using our adhesive. And if you want to use this other side, you certainly can. We're going to attach these together before we cut them. Hey, Carla. Did you have a fun day on Zoom? She had to Zoom for work all day. Now I need to make sure that I'm doing this right and that I can tell you right. That looks right. Does that look right? Yep. All right. I'm trying to think of now what's the best way to explain how to do this. All right. So this section here is about 1 inch. So we're going to cut off we're going to use all parts of this once we cut it. Okay. So you want to leave this bottom corner intact. And I think this is right. I have no idea. It's so funny. When I did this, I thought, well, this will be easy to tell everyone. And now I'm just really struggling how to tell you how to cut this. I guess it's just in half. I don't know that you can mess it up, except that we can try, right? You want to cut the long way. So hold it like this, and we're gonna cut it the long way. But you want to cut it on, of course, it would help if you could see. You want to cut it, you want to leave about 1 inch over here hanging off, and you can put this point up here on the 1 inch, and then leave about 1 inch off of here. I think that looks right. Let's do it. We'll all be in the same boat together. Okay. Then we're going to put this on our card. So this is a little smaller, but that's okay. We're going to shift everything up because we have the same amount of content, same amount of paper. It's just going to sit. This is going to be shifted up. All right. I just liked the look of this card. And this is definitely one of those cards that explaining over Zoom is a little more than I bargained for. Okay, so not Zoom, we're on Facebook Live, wherever we are. So now what you want to do is you want to put it flat to the top and flat to this corner so that we're just chopping off one piece. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. We're going to put this down here on this corner, and we're going to chop off this side. And then we're going to piece these pieces in. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so you've got your half. Line it up so that one corner, you could go this way if you want to. You're going to have to go this way. So like this. And stick it down, and then we can just use our scissors to trim off that excess. I apologize for the confusion. This is worse than otter toes. Well, I hope we won't have any boo-boos, but yes, we do like happy accidents most of the time. Aw, have fun at trunk or treat, Jacqueline. Okay, so go ahead and put that on, and then I'm gonna use scissor. The reason why I'm using scissor instead of trimmer is because on this folded edge, if you come too close to it, it's very easy to trim that off. And then that is a problem. All right, so then we're going to come down here and line up this down here with this edge. Now I'm just going to see. We might have to push this over. It's a little bit of a puzzle. And this piece goes like, this is, okay. Cannot orient myself tonight. I think this has to go over here. We might have to move this over just to shimmy. Let's see. This could be worse than any technical difficulties. Gosh, it came together so beautifully. Don't really press it down because you might want to shift them around. 3 hours later, this card will be done. I feel like I have to have all the pieces before I can. All right, we definitely need all the brown in the middle. And I might need to move some things around. I don't know why. I definitely did not cut anything. Of course, I could just leave it like that. I cook like this too, just so you know, without like measurements. We have a joke that the only thing in common is the pot in our house because, yeah, I'm just not going to like those on there at all. This was such a fabulous card. I guess I did that at 3 a.m. in Mount Dora. Whatever state of mind I was in was very creative. All right. Well, we got our pieces. Let's see what we can do to make this work. I wish I could see what was going on in your houses right now. And maybe you were like, I'm not going to. They're just so small. It worked out so much nicer. Wait. I want black lines, the brown off all of them. All right. Let's go ahead and stick on the With Sympathy. And if you have to move them down, move it down. We're going to get there. Actually, I think I want it down more toward here. Well, it's been a year of card making, a year and a half. How many times have we done this? It was bound to have a train wreck. Okay. I know y'all are going to come up with something amazing, even though I'm feeling a hot mess right here. But sometimes done is better than perfect. The beauty is that no one you send it to sees what it was supposed to look like. I'm going to trim this off. We'll have to revisit this card style, just like otter toes, I promise. There won't ever be, I will cut them for you. And we can puzzle them together. You won't have to do that. Okay. Well, we might still be able to make something work by fitting these in. I don't know. No. I've cut them too small. I can't wait to see what your all's looks like. But I'm just going to leave them off because I will make myself insane. And I think it looks good. I don't think it looks as fun as this. But I'm just going to add my jewels. And sadly, we're sending out way too many sympathy cards these days. Or at least I find I am. Those of you just watching tonight, you can hopefully do better than I did with the card that I designed. Okay. Well, like I said, I can't wait to see how you guys all fared with that. I'm so sad to hear that. I'm still over here trying to figure something out. And it's not working. That's really, I'm so sorry to hear that, Faith. Alrighty. How's everyone doing? Are you all at home saying horrible things right now? Or did you figure it out? I'm usually so good with geometry. But this is how I'm going with this card tonight. I can put a little chunk on the inside and then tie it all in together that way. Just because I don't want to not use these little pieces. There, I feel better. Y'all are making me feel better. Aw, Jackie, I'm so sorry you have terrible weather. All right. Well, are you guys done or moved on from this this card? We all know that whoever you send it to is just going to be happy you sent it. Let me know when you're done. And then we can move on to this card. And this one, okay, I can't wait to see everyone's cards. Let's see. I'm trying to leave this up where you can see it, but you really need to see this one. Okay, so this one has a couple parts. It's not a standard A2 base. So this is the base. So you won't grab all the way down to the next white base. Okay, so just grab from here up for the next one. And I have scored. They're not the smallest gold ones, Faith, but they're the medium gold ones. There's 2 big gold ones. And then there's some tiny little gold ones. They're the middle ones. So for this, we've got some fussy cutting to do. So you're going to want to fussy cut out at least 2, 3 sunflowers. So we'll do that right now. And they don't have to be full. In fact, I think it looks better to have your largest one kind of a partial. But if you have a full in your kit, you might have a partial. But if you have a full, you can decide how much of it you want to cut off after. So just go ahead and fussy cut 3 of them. If you've got a piece like this and you just want to do the side, whatever you decide you want to do, we'll all fussy cut. So if you're still working on the other card, you have time to catch up. I'm going to try to move through it relatively quickly, so we're not here all night fussy cutting. You can leave some of the green leaves on if you want, or you can take them off. Whatever you decide is fine. I really do like this, the fold of this card. I guess I should show you that. This is how it's going to look when it's done. Okay. So go ahead and fussy cut. And some people are really fussy about their fussy cutting. you know, I'm not super perfectionist when it comes to fussy cutting. Thanks, Katie. All right. I'm still thinking about that last card. Those of you that know, think I'm just going to be thinking about it. All right, we will do that one again, and I will just send a template. It's going to really bother me that I can't get back to that same card. So I'm leaving some of the green leaves on. And if it's if it's full and it's not cut, that's how I'm determining to leave it. And then you're going to pick one of them, probably not the smallest, like a good medium-sized one, to trying to pick which one to do for the top, and we're gonna kind of fluff it out. You'll see what I mean. We're gonna make it a little, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for. I promise I had a good night's sleep. I was tired last night, or road weary anyway. I just can't talk, apparently. I'm gonna leave some of these leaves on over here. I love this paper, by the way. It's so pretty. This Croptoberfest paper. And I did get to use the sunflower border punch, the sunflower vine, which is still available. Actually, I say that. I didn't check today to see if it is still available, but I do still have a couple. So if it's gone from Creative Memories, I still have a couple. You know what, Frida? Debbie Keith likes sunflowers too. Her classroom used to be all sunflowers. I'm going to try to leave some of these little purple flowers on this one. I'm using my Creative Memories micro tip scissors. They're great scissors if you don't have a small little pair. The regular standard Creative Memories scissors work great as well. But these little tiny guys are great for fussy cutting. And I'm just, even though I might like cut off some of these sunflowers to get them to fit on spatially, I'm just kind of sticking with it to fussy cut all the way around, and then I might just go back and lop off half of it to get it to fit. And okay, Jackie, I can do that for you. I still have all the supplies out. I'll include a template for that card for you. Oh my. Yeah, because I guess your paper kit is waiting at home, huh? Because you are not at home. But I guess your kit is at home, waiting for you to use it. we did go as a family during COVID in 2020 to take pictures at the sunflower field down in Mims. And I think Katie just went recently. I feel like I'm remembering that correctly. And I wasn't expecting them to be out in Florida. Do we get it like twice? Like, do they bloom twice? Because I think we went in the spring last April when we went to the sunflower fields. But this was kind of recently that I feel like I saw the pictures. It might not have been Katie. It might have been someone else. All right, I think I'm good. 1, 2, 3. You really need 3 of varying sizes. Hopefully you all are close. I did score this for you. It's hard to tell with the light. And so you're going to fold there. And then you're going to add your green piece. Although you could add this, you could use the pumpkin side if you want. I'm going to stick with the way I designed it. Okay. All right. So I've got Jackie and Frida. I will let you know. If, all right. Good thing I have my trimmer handy because I need to cut off a little bit of this. Apparently, I cut that wrong. Hopefully, mine is the only one. Should have a little bit of an outline, a frame around the edge. If not, and if you do have your trimmer handy, you might want to just cut off a little bit. For some people, it bothers them more than others. That kind of thing bothers me. Oh my goodness. So wait, they're early. Is the green on the bigger brown piece? Yes, the shimmer, it goes on the fold. So the green goes on the fold of this shimmer. And then this white piece is going on the inside. And then the smaller one we're going to fold, and that has to attach. That has to attach to the white. I'm going to take off a little bit off the top of my insert card. And I'm going to put it flat up against this edge here so that there's a little bit of a lip here. Hopefully you can see that. And now as far as attaching it, I've got this one in place. I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive. I'm going to use a lot so that it sticks. Then I'm going to slip it under here. And I did center it. And once that's on there, then I'm going to go and get the whole thing down. Kind of went a little bit too far over. So it's inhibiting my fold. Now I'm flipping it over and going to attach, put adhesive all over the back. Make sure you put it back the right way. So first I attached this to the back so that it has the fold, and now I'm going to attach it to the inside. So it looks like this. And then we're going to attach this white piece to the front, which looks like it is the right size. Hooray! Okay. So now that that is on, we can start working on attaching the rest. So I suggest you kind of, oh, wait, we forgot. We got to get out our, now this says give thanks, and it has this little arrow. I did like I did on the last one, and I actually took off the arrow. But if you want to fit it on with the arrow, and if you want to leave the give thanks and use it as a Thanksgiving card, you can. But I'm using it as a get well soon card. So I'm taking off this piece. I'm leaving the dimensional on there. And then I'm going to attach this get well soon heart over the top of it. Okay. So up to you on if you want to have the give thanks, or if you want to use the get well soon. Just like the sympathy, sadly, I feel like these days I'm using a lot of get well soon cards. So I'm using the get well soon. Now, this is where you're going to fit all these nice sunflowers on. So I'm just going to trim here using my trimmer, kind of cut off a chunk. And every card is going to be a little different because your sunflower choices are going to be a little different. And I think this will go up here. And then I'm going to, this piece that I cut off, if you can see it right here, it's kind of peeking out from underneath. So go ahead, if you have one of those little pieces of sunflower, you can stick that, and then it's kind of peeking out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on here. And I'm going to overhang, like I just overhung the leaf just a little bit. And I'm going to do more of that up here on the top. However, I decide to orient this, because remember, the top of this isn't the top of the card. It goes all the way up there. So you can, decide how you want to put that on there, spatially speaking. I'm just going to add some more tape on here, stick down my get well soon. And now to give this a little bit of life, I usually just kind of push down in the middle, and then kind of do like this to the leaves. So the center part goes down, and then kind of give the leaves a little bit of fold, so that it kind of pops. It's hard to tell on here. So it's like popped up without actually using like a dimensional. It just kind of lifts it off the page a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and add the adhesive just to the middle part, so that it has that kind of popped up feel to it, if that makes any sense at all at this point. And then you can take your little purple gems, the last of your little purple ones, because you won't need the purple ones for anything else. So you should have 7 or so of those, and then you can go ahead and just add your add them around here. And I just kind of randomly, I did 3, 3, and 1. So depending on how you have your sunflowers laid out, you can kind of fill in those little holes. Well, I got 2 jewels stuck together. Okay. And then that one is that one's done. But I do like unique folds, and I try to incorporate at least one in every card kit. I'm just reading again, Faith. I can't believe. So the ones that are now that are already 4 foot tall are already there for like the ones that people take pictures of next spring. That's kind of blowing my mind. So they're just going to grow till then. Or maybe they'll slow down when it gets a little cold. Okay. How are you all doing on our Get Well Soon card? I think it's a really pretty card. Oh, wow. It's crazy. And speaking of this new sunflower vine punch that's sold out, this is the next card is the one featuring that. And just let me know if you are done and ready to move on. You might still be chasing jewels around. You're not a fussy cut person. Okay. I try not to do too many of those. That's the only one tonight. They're kind of like otter toes. And those of you that are on, not everyone got to experience that fun. When we had tiny little otter toes and straw pieces to add onto our cards. But they do make for cute cards. And like I said, mine are not perfect. I mean, there's definitely edges around. But again, that's one of those things that we're the person we send it to isn't gonna get excited. I mean, they are gonna get excited, but they're not gonna rate our fussy cutting skills. They're just gonna be excited to hear from you. All right. I don't know. You might all still be fussy cutting. If you're not, you can grab out the pieces from the next one. Hey, Shelby, nice to see you on here. Your paper kit is on the way. You usually order the card kit, so I wasn't sure if that was an error. And if it is, you can let me know. Sadly, you won't have the card kit for tonight, but as I shipped it, I thought, But the paper is beautiful, and people that like sunflowers are drawn to the paper and to do the project recipe. So you can message me and let me know if that was an error. All of your hands are busy. Well, let's take a second to talk about right now that I'm signing up Scrappy Ladies for St. Simon's Island Retreat in January. It's the last week of January, and I think we've got over 25 now signed up. It's a beautiful location. So if you're thinking about it and you're not sure, or maybe you saw the price and that scared you away, just know that includes all your food. That's 3 meals a day, plus your lodging, and it is a beautiful facility. So, and then of course your scrapbooking and all the fun that comes along with that. I don't want to move on without everyone, but I also don't want to, make you wait if you're all done. But if you're fussy cutting, you really can't communicate with me that you're done. So I'm going to wait. Oh, okay, Daddy's done. And she's not a fussy cutter. Everyone else is still working. Well, not everyone that's watching tonight is participating in Croptoberfest, although everyone that's making cards is. And I just wanted to say I am like, it's so fun with Croptoberfest, and those of you that aren't signed up, or the Croptoberfest group is in a closed group, and I love seeing everyone's creations. They are amazing. You guys are so creative, and I love what you've done so far with the card sketches and the page sketches, and they're completely optional. It's not, you don't have to do that to participate or win anything in Croptoberfest, but I love to see what y'all are doing. All right, well, if you're done, you can go ahead and fold the base for the next card, and you can decide how you want to place your paper. So you've got pumpkins and green. So I did a small green, larger pumpkin. And you can do it however you like. Go ahead and line them up on there. They're going to overlap, so you're going to attach it. Before you attach it, kind of play with your vine to see the best placement to cover up that seam, the seam between the two papers. And then you're also gonna need this pumpkin, this green pumpkin, which I thought was very interesting. Maybe it's more of a gourd, I don't know. And then you have this happy birthday. Now, I once again mangled the embellishment, right? Fall Memories just goes more with photos, right, than your card. Although, there might be an appropriate time to send a Fall Memories card, especially if you're going to include some photos in your card. But you have a little happy birthday that I stamped, and so you're just going to add that to the top. Now, I did cut the ends so that it's little flag split ends there. And my biggest suggestion would be to keep it shallow. The shallower, the better. Sometimes these little cuts can get away from you, and they end up going deeper and deeper and deeper. And there isn't a ton of room to go super deep. So you're going to kind of just keep it shallow. And I really just eyeball to the middle. Some people like to fold it. I just kind of eyeball it. And then you can attach it to the pumpkin if you ripped off the pumpkin. And we'll add that on there. I know you probably have a huge stockpile of birthday cards, but I mean, birthday cards, as much as I need a sympathy card and I need more of them than usual, right? I always need a birthday card. So I try to do one at least in every pack. My mother has requested a anniversary card. I don't know if that's something that you all would need. I think I don't use a ton of anniversary cards. But, you never know when you just need that one. I'm going to switch over to my repositionable tape for, okay, Gail, I will see how many I have. Debbie ordered 2, so I just picked up one from her house. Told her I would trade her. So I know I have that one. And Jackie called one, and then Frida. So I will look and see if I have a third. All right. Once you have that attached, you can decide where to put your pumpkin. Now, you have 2 of these. Well, we kind of could have used 3 of these. So I'm going to kind of cover over this second little one because I did use 3 on here, but I don't know if I sent 2 or 3. My packet only has 2, so I feel like everyone has 2. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this whole area. Now, all the rest of these little guys over here are going to go on the center. You know, sunflowers have that dark center where all the sunflower seeds are. So that's going to go there. Add these jewels. And the precision point adhesive comes out blue. It's hard for you to see on the screen, but it dries clear. So it's nice. You can see where you put it. And I'm just going to do a little cluster of jewels here in the middle of this little sunflower. Oops. And I forgot to put this one down. And since this one already has the lift in it, tell me what I'm doing with the jewels. Okay. Here's what I'm doing with the jewels. The big ones go in these little flowers, the little sunflowers, because they kind of fill up the whole area. And then I clustered the little ones in the center of the bigger flower. And then I covered the rest of the flowers on the vine with this embellishment. Need to add some more adhesive. To it. Hopefully that made sense too. And now I've got okay. Let's see. Making myself a note about the sunflowers. All right. And then our last card is pretty straightforward. So I did a little, the picture on the outside of your package actually shows this sentiment. Hello. My sample says sending you joy. So I switched it to hello. I thought, well, how I thought maybe it could be a little more useful that way. So this is very straightforward. We just got 3 layers. You can decide to use, you can choose which side of this paper you like. I kind of like this side. And then add on your sunflowers, which I did not watercolor or use markers on, but if you have those, you certainly can. Once again, I tried it. I said, let me see to do the watercolors. Everyone likes the watercolors. And I don't know. I just thought that the card looked better just the crisp black and white with the full color sunflower embellishment. So that's your last embellishment from there. So you can go ahead and assemble all that, and then that is done. We ended on a really easy one. I feel like I have cards everywhere right now, as I'm sure most of you do too. But so that you can see what on earth I'm doing. Move this up over here. Some people only use the repositionable. That's totally fine. I find that I just use it on the real lacy stuff. I like to use the regular tape runner the best, but it never fails. It seems like I pick up the wrong one. Every time. And then we can decide how you want to put on this sunflower. And then it's done. And we are done now. Let me line up all these over. And thank you. You guys are still sharing. That's great. Let's see if StreamYard is correct. There's 13 shares. So there's 13 of you in the running for the November card kit. Oh, Frida, that's great. So you're gonna you're adding to it. That's great. Well, yes, the beauty of these card classes is if you're unable to make them the night we assemble, the video, it will be available long after. It's on YouTube and on Facebook Live. It'll stay on my page for eternity. So you can always come back to it at a future crop. I know several people do that. They kind of collect the kits, and then when they need a break at one of the retreats or crops from maybe their other scrapbooking, then they switch over to card kits. So I just love, if you did make them tonight and you want to share them, that would be awesome. I love to see what you all have decided to do different than what I did, particularly with this card. We should see some fun variations. But this is what they all look like together. And that's it. Okay, well, I hope we're up to 14 now. So that it looks like they're getting them. Let's see. While we're wrapping up, before I do the big draw, let's see. Just wanted to share the St. Simon's Island. See if I can do this. The St. Simon's Island retreat in January, the 26th to the 30th. It's at Upworth by the Sea. These are the rooms. They have a fridge. They have two beds, so you don't have to share a bed. All of our meals are included. There's fridge, there's microwave, there's TV. It's a full, hotel, and it's on this beautiful river right on St. Simon's, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that for sure. All right. Well, it's time to see if we can, and I have no idea why the camera on my computer is so blurry. But it's time for us to do our giveaway. So let's get down to it. All right. All right, we got 14 entries. And let's see who the winner of the November card kit is. Jackie, our winner for November. Congratulations, Jackie. You are all set for November card kit. I will make sure I add that to my post-it note too, so that I have to put you on the list right away for the November card kit. Oops. So congratulations. I know you've had some rainy weather, but you won November cards. Now we're gonna sign off here from my page from Daytona Area Scrapbooking. But you ladies that are in Croptoberfest, hop on over to the group. I'm gonna go live in the group so that we can give away some more things. All right. Wow. What a good mama you have, Carla. Well, thanks everyone for being here tonight, and congratulations to Jackie. And I will see all of you ladies attending Croptoberfest in just a few minutes. Alrighty, stay scrappy. See you next week. Bye.